O said you go, Ndiba, you go, Amaronyo, Banama, before Magavani, who eventually come to just going to get going to. I got me go to you because of YouTube, what I call it, rules and regulations. So, but all the gay, you know, Nnamdi Kanu, as we all know, just like as I said earlier on, that Nnamdi Kanu is a celebrity anywhere he goes. If Nnamdi Kanu can conquer all the hardened criminals in DSS custody, 95% of the people in there are his loyalists. In fact, all of them turn to the worship Nnamdi Kanu, including Muslim Christians. They don't know any religion inside prison. He converted everybody. Said people will have problems. Instead of complaining to the prison warders, they will go and complain to Nnamdi Kanu, and we give them solution very, very fast. So they are sending Nnamdi Kanu to to Sokoto prison. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu have been an advocate, calling even Sultan of Sokoto Janjaweed and the rest of them. Do you know what they did? Let him go there so that they will suffer him, so that Sultan is going to order all those inmates. He made they molest, they beat Nnamdi Kanu. My brother, as Nnamdi Kanu enter there, story can't change. The atmosphere, everything about Sokoto Correctional Center now is singing Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government is going to, in fact, they are going to be disappointed. Chineke Kwenyojo. A leader is a leader, a lover of the people, a lover of the masses. This is all they saw on this guy and said, no, we can never allow this to manifest, because anybody who is doing the right thing in Nigeria, if you are saying the right thing in Nigeria, you stand for the right thing, you stand for the right justice, my brother, they are going to make sure that they give you run. Nigeria is being ruled by men of the underworld from kingdom of darkness. That is the politicians, including the ones in my own region, the southeast. Imagine Ojuzo Kalu coming out yesterday to say that we should not be emotional about Nnamdi Kanu's sentence. You can imagine that idiot Nnamdi Kanu cried for. Nnamdi Kanu stood for him when they gave him 12 years in prison, and asked if Buhari want to fight corruption, he should start from the northerners that are making their area ungovernable because of the money they are looting. Nnamdi Kanu stood and made video for it, which the video is out there on the public domain. That's about Ojuzo Kalu. Never said anything about Nnamdi Kanu, not until they escort Nnamdi Kanu to the prison gate, and then he come out to make one nonsense statement that is going to haunt him until the day he leaves this earth. Ojuzo Kalu, if Ojuzo Kalu ever escape the wrath of our God, make I know wetin cause am. So, as I was saying, Nnamdi Kanu don't enter Sokoto prison. Everybody now they sing, Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior, holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. I watched one guy said something this morning. A Yoruba guy. But when you go to the comment section, you will be disappointed, because all the whole people commenting there mostly are his own people, calling him Omoale, mean a bastard. You don't know what you are saying. You are joining with the Omo Igbo to the talk nonsense. You can imagine that. You know what the guy said? He said, Igbos. Okay, let me call it the way he said it, because we call ourselves Igbos, but they call us Igbos. He said, Igbos are waiting for Jesus Christ, forgetting that they have the Jesus Christ they are waiting for is here already. That Nnamdi Kanu is the Messiah that Igbos have been waiting for how many years? That bring us closer to what we always say, that Onyamuma Anhadire na Lanaya, a prophet can never be honored in his own town. That is exactly the case of Nnamdi Kanu. His own brother, his own governor, somebody he fought for when he was being bullied by the government of Nigeria, came out and said Igbo should not be emotional. That Nnamdi Kanu, why is he insulting a judge? That the decision of the judge must be respected. That if the person is not satisfied, he should go to appeal court. This idiot does not even tell them, because he want to paint Nnamdi Kanu black so that APC will love him more. He didn't even bother to tell the world that appellate court, him referring them to go, have discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. A higher court, then a lower court convict him. Then the government of the day chooses to obey the judgment of the lower court instead of the one of the higher court. So what is the guarantee if they go to appeal and he won an appeal, the government of the two will say no, just like what they did in 2022, 3 years ago. And then they will then drag Nnamdi Kanu to Supreme Court. And when they get to Supreme Court, the Supreme Court then will overturn the ruling of appeal court and then said they have to stand on that of a High Court. Is it not how we find ourselves in the High Court? Is it not how we find ourselves after going rigorously from High Court to appeal, from appeal to Supreme Court? The Supreme Court, instead of doing the needful to stand on the decision and the judgment of appeal court, he said no. They have to go back and start afresh because they have already write the what they call it, the punishment of Nnamdi Kanu, or rather the sentence, and keep and be waiting for the day. Just all this wasting of time, as so said, it's just rigmaroding, buying time, so that they will find somebody who is who is strong enough to say, I will deliver this justice. I will deliver this injustice to Nnamdi Kanu, not justice. That's exactly what they did. And then Ojuzo Kalo is telling Nnamdi Kanu, or rather telling the Igbos, because holding Nnamdi Kanu is equals to holding all the whole Igbos captive, including him, if you think that he's exempted. Because those people who are holding Nnamdi Kanu sees him as nobody, even at his age, even at his exposure. They sees him as a rat. Because if he's not a rat, he wouldn't have allowed them to cage Nnamdi Kanu. The same government he is serving, under which party he belongs, and negotiating with bandits, coming to meeting even with the uniform of those. Do you know how much it take a country to train assistant commissioner of police? Do you know how much it take a country to train general commander or general brigadier? That one they paid, which they say hand of Wike and Shetima is dead. Do you know how much it take the country to do it? Bandit paid as assistant commissioner of police, coming to peace talk, wear the same cloth where the man wore that day, with the name tag and the rank. He wore it and come to peace talk with fully armed, even with bombs. Ojuzo Kanu did not say that. His government is okay with that, to negotiate with terrorists who paid and rendered Nigeria is hungry today. It's as a result of the northerners not able to go to their farms. We are lacking yams, or rather, the country is lacking yams, is because the food basket of the nation, which is Benue, if I'm not mistaken, their yam, you don't need salt, you don't need maggi, just boil it and eat it. It will seem like you have eaten all the whole ingredients in one meal. That is the area they buy, chasing people out of their ancestral land and sending them to IDPs. Somebody do all these things. An ISWAP commander, because a Fulani man, he was given 20 years by Emeka Wite, an Igbo judge. A Yoruba man then came out and then grabbed us by the neck and took knife on here and said, you people cannot do anything. Ojuzo Kanu, you think that these idiots, Yorubas, they ride on Nnamdi Kanu? Hey, you lie. Anywhere they are talking anything now, the only question now they will ask now, why are the political leaders in the southeast not gathered together and release Nnamdi Kanu and said, give me, this is our subject, because that's what northerners are doing. Sultan of Sokoto said, anybody who is fighting Boko Haram is fighting Allah. Adamu said, Boko Harams are their foot soldiers and nobody should fight them. Shegumi said, anybody who is going to fight his uncles and aunts and his relatives and nephews inside bush is not worthy to become Nigerian president. So they can manage their own, and you cannot manage Nnamdi Kanu, one man, because you know that Nnamdi Kanu command population more than him that have been in the politics for how many years, more than him that have become a millionaire or billionaire, whatever they call it, for how many years or how many decades. They see all these things, and then all of them gathered and said Nnamdi Kanu should never be released. Nnamdi Kanu now is a celebrity in Sokoto prison. That is the bottom line. Please help me to circulate this video. I will allow you to listen. I have talked too much. Because when I won't be able to kuna, Oto shall no more kuno because we na akona aga. So, oh gadoro. If I no talk, the posterity, posterity of what they call it, posterity will judge me. At least I know how to talk. At least I can talk. And at least, even if not noise, but somebody must only understand a point or two there. Nnamdi Kanu is a celebrity. Let us listen to this, our brother. Northern inmates in Sokoto prison says it is honor to have Mazen Nnamdi Kanu among them in the same prison. They say this guy have what? Even their so-called Sultan of Sokoto, president, vice president, all the whole political leaders, both past and present, say Nnamdi Kanu. Say what Nnamdi Kanu have that these people they don't have it quarter. Listen to this guy, and then we'll come back here to round up. Please follow us on all our social media handles as you're watching. Make sure you like, share, and comment.
The worst has happened to Nigeria. You know, one thing people fail to understand. Nnamdi Kanu. People should ask themselves, what always gives him these guts? What always gives him these guts that each time he wants to talk, he will say, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. Some people fail to ask themselves this question.
Yeah.
Each time he is furious and he wants to talk, he will say, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. The man have gotten to a point, to a height that he knows himself.
Yeah.
Knows what is inside of him.
What he's capable of doing.
Knows something backing and following him.
Confirm.
As they took him to Sokoto prison, as he entered the prison, the atmosphere changed. The inmates in that prison were like, who is this man? You will listen to what this young man narrated. What he saw in trance about Nnamdi Kanu and Sokoto prison. Say he had a clear revelation. And you guys should not forget that the NAS, National Association of Nigerian Student Union President, what he said about MNK in Kuje prison, how he encountered him. He said in that Kuje prison that all the whole people, all the whole inmates in that Kuje prison, they prefer to complain their problems to MNK, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, more than even the DSS. He said if you conduct an opinion poll in DSS, that even the DSS members, that most of them like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing have replicated itself in Sokoto prison now. They were asking him, why are you here? We've been hearing of you. It's a privilege seeing you. In Sokoto, he was taken so that nobody will visit him, so that he will face a very tough time in that Sokoto prison. It has turned to another thing entirely. That the inmates, they see themselves as being privileged to have Nnamdi Kanu
in their midst,
in the same prison with them. You see, Nigerian government, you see what happened to Nelson Mandela, you know, during the apartheid regime. They thought by sending him to solitary confinement for 20-something years, they will break his spirit.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, Mandela came out and became the first president of South Africa. We are seeing history repeating itself. We are seeing history repeating itself because history has a way of repeating itself. You guys, sent him to Sokoto prison so that it will be very harsh for him. Anyways, what happened in DSS custody? What happened there that all the whole people who were arrested, kept in different solitary confinements in DSS, at the end of the day, they seize themselves as privilege of talking to MNK one-on-one. The same thing will happen in Sokoto. You see that fear? You guys have where he is, where MNK is. Finally, that fear will happen. You see that thing that made you guys not to imprison him in Kuje? You think of the whole place to take him. You said, okay, let's take him to Sokoto, the headquarters of Fulani, that seat of caliphate. Let's take him there. It will be very harsh. The condition will be very harsh for him. He will turn out be a king, which already in the space of 2 days, he's already a king there. Akade Buchonya. This Akade Buchonya, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be the king of Afari Bek. His blood, he has blue blood. That's what you guys cannot change. A king is a king anywhere he is. A king is always a king. I want you guys to listen to what this young man said regarding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his distant in Sokoto.
Okay. You have heard it from another mouth, from another source, and there's another voice again need to play, but that voice I cannot allow it here. There is a background music there. So if you know the rules and regulation of YouTube, please, you should endeavor to keep it, most especially if your channel is monetized. This is my advice to some people, or some younger content creators, or some young people who feel that they want to also join us, because where you are talking, if the opportunity comes for you to earn, then you earn. Sometimes nobody have anything in mind to join this struggle, but when it comes, you don't need to say no, I cannot, because I am struggling for independence of Biafra. Yes, now, because there's nobody is sponsoring you. You are sponsoring yourself. You are paying for the electricity and every other thing that comes out from this message. And you're not asking anybody for any contribution. So, just my advice to you. Anyway, another here I'm very well. Another message where will come now is a lawyer, very close to Omotosho. He don't come out to do open confession. His man say even if they like, make them buy him. Say okay. He don't come to the world waiting Omotosho tell him say the law which Nnamdi Kanu is being charged. Say he's not even there anywhere. They just gather everything where he said. You read from number 1 to number 3. You recite it. In another one now you call it number 6. You recite what you read on number 1. That's exactly what this man took hours to just conjure, so that it will confuse people, because when you begin to listen to that judgment that day, my brother, you will get confused, because they will read. At a point, you will find yourself again hearing what they have said some couple of hours ago. Reciting it just keep people, when you get tired or you just sleep, we must do what we want to do. The lawyer even made it clear that even if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu like, let him hire Donald Trump as his lawyer. Nigeria have already written what they want to give him. That's exactly why he said there's no point keeping these lawyers. Please, all of you today, let them do what they want to do. But some people are blaming him. And why must he fire his lawyer? And you think terrorism charge, he fire his lawyers? The government of federal have already decided this is what we want to do to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So even if you want to quash, what are you going to quash? They want to judge him. You defend what you know, right? Based on what you read on the law. So, but when they want to judge a case based on non-existent law, what are you going to defend there? I ask you that is blaming Mazen Nnamdi Kanu why he's sacking his lawyers. A lawyer, SAN, close to Omotosho, is coming out now to let the world knows that the law of which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was tried never existed anywhere. That law is being manufactured between Wike and Asorok. And then you want the lawyer to, my lord, yes, my lord, and they would have want to, even if you say, oh, we want to now, we want to defend him now based on a psychological level, They have already written the judgment. Keep it, they wait. Who get mind? Come and deliver this judgment to you. You have a mansion in any country of your choice, and millions and billions of dollars will be waiting for you. That is what Sokoto did. Injustice Binta Nyako saw this and said, this case is going nowhere. When she found the opportunity, she recused herself. Even Samani, which is the head of the head judge of the High Court, they tell him, go and deliver the judgment by your own self. The man run because he's a Fulani man, they have brain. But Yorubas, due to their hatred and jealousy, I can do it, or Moibo, they're not going to do anything. After all, we have been demolishing their houses in Lagos, we have been taking their shops and their land they buy with a quiet document, we have been changing their names on our streets, they don't do anything. So this one, they cannot do anything. They can only cry on the internet. That is exactly what this guy did. And this idiot called anything don't even know that himself have been insulted. Big time. That buffon that they call Ojudo Kalo, himself have been, in fact, they disrespected him with everything in them. Even Common Abodo, we disrespect that idiot. I will not say anything. We'll come back to blame the Igbos. I want us to clap for you. We should not be too emotional. Look at the bandit here. Renting and ranting with his face open. He don't even hide anything. They say the government cannot do anything. That they have kidnapped gears in KB and kidnapped the one in Niger. That very soon they will start to kidnap politicians, military, and also the presidency. In fact, they say they are coming for the presidency. Let an Igbo man stay in like somewhere, maybe even South Africa, and do this kind of video. They will go there and kidnap him without even the authority of South Africa knowing, and bring him back to Nigeria to come and face. Look at these guys. Even they make TikTok. They have TikTok account, which is trackable. Where is your DSS? No. They know how to go to Kenya, track Master Nnamdi, kidnap him, nearly buy him and brought him back to Nigeria. But look at the one in their backyard. Oh, no. All these ones, they are untouchable. Ojuzo Kalo. Ketekpaga Wabugu. Okay, let press up. And all from Alabama, USA, Canada. Anyway, my people, now here we'll take a break. There's no time to read comments. I think this video is enough long already. So have a nice day. I'm a good Lord continue to bless us all. Please help me to circulate this video, let it go viral, so that you know that Nnamdi Kanu, even as we are afraid, they are going to deal with him. My brother, now he has converted everybody. Now all of them don't become his loyalists. Under a space of how many days? That is a leader. A leader, anywhere he enter, people there must love you. Not even Tinubu will enter that place now. They will stone Tinubu inside prison. If Tinubu mistakenly go to any prison, they go to stone him. If they don't guide him where, they will buy him there. Nnamdi Kanu, whom everybody have chosen to hate because of what they say about him. When they get close to him, they will find out that that's what they call intellectual. That is Nnamdi Kanu. Kachineke mezioku.